Geospatial solutions actually are very critical for both for climate adaptation and mitigation actions. If we think how the society is responding or adapting to climate change, it is critical that we locate our resources to those areas which are most vulnerable to climate change. When we can, for example, predict where flooding occurs due to climate change, this ultimately helps us to think which areas we have to pay attention to in the adaptation actions. When that flooding then takes place, the first response units can go directly to the areas where the most vulnerable societal areas are, including human beings. When we think of mitigation actions, I think probably one of the strongest examples are transportation and industry systems altogether. If we want to reduce our emissions coming from traffic, that is where location technology can help us a lot. In terms of optimizing the routes, in terms of thinking how these assets are distributed and how do we access to them. My favorite example is that how many of us order food to be delivered to our house on a daily basis. And how smart is that one when we think that that food is delivered only to me, that one particular time with a petrol running car driving around the city, instead of myself taking a bicycle and picking up the food and getting also environmental and health benefits from doing that. Well, open geospatial data is really a critical enabler of the digital societies. If we think of the data economy of the 21st century, it's relying largely on accessible data, accessible information and up-to-date information. European Union and Finland have been forerunners in terms of opening our publicly produced open data sets accessible for any use, also public use or private use or business sector use, many decades ago, and this has made our economy to flourish in terms of digital solutions. And if we think of the Finland today, geospatial solutions are widely penetrating to all sectors of industry and society, from public services to that of the different precision agriculture, forestry, mapping sector activities. Finland has, for example, quite revolutionary development work at the moment in terms of Earth observation, mapping, producing novel technologies that are able to map the planet and provide globally accessible data of the critical resources. We also have very convincing smart city solutions, and what I have been delighted of during the last decade or so is the more engagement of the public in general as citizen scientists to production of geospatial data. And actually we all are doing that at the same time as we are using our mobile phones, which are smart devices with location technology embedded. So this allows participation of the residents to change their living environments, to impact on how cities are planned for their cultural and social well-being. And this has been a really, really big change that has happened in the sector of geospatial technologies.